Hi, sweeties! The tastiest villain in the universe has finally arrived! But oh no! Lugong's crying! So, let's overthink about it. This episode has confirmed that Xia Fei wasn't kidnapped. Apparently, he got recruited in that scammer group voluntarily through Jack. With Xia Fei's principles and since he hates Jack a lot, it's very unlikely of him to apply for that group for the money. So it should be safe to assume that he went there undercover. And because of Li Tianchen's involvement, Liu Xiao definitely has something to do with it. Some fans speculate that Xia Fei was assigned to infiltrate the place to help in recruiting the new character whose name is Yan. Yan doesn't have the tattoo on his tongue during this time, so he probably got the tattoo when he joined Liu Xiao's cult after this Mianlao incident. And to those who are still confused, Yan is a he, biologically male. Besides, roommates are usually of the same gender. Well, unless she was pretending to be a guy. Anyway, it looks like he has the power to control people by voice command. If you also know Jujutsu Kaisen, his ability seems similar to Inumaki's. The theory about the Yan recruitment is very probable, but I'm thinking that it's possible that this is also one of Liu Xiao's vigilante missions. Remember what he did in Bridden Arc Episode 2? Liu Xiao had put the old man who has been exploiting students behind bars, but at the same time, he was also hunting for information about Tung Wei-min. So it might be something similar right now in Season 3. Maybe Liu Xiao told Xia Fei that they're out to rescue people like Yan, but he didn't tell Xia Fei that he was interested in Yan's power. But there's also a possibility of Xia Fei going there on its own for some reason. I'd like to think that he wanted to help Yan himself. Then, when Liu Xiao found out, Vein and Li Tianchen went overseas to rescue him. It would explain why Vein was saying something like, "I knew I'd find you here," when he arrived on this scene. Yan's attachment to Xia Fei was one of the biggest surprises this episode. This scene from a promo video might be the time when they first met. Well, Xia Fei seems to be in Britain here because of the outfit. But it could also be the opposite, since Vein is also wearing his Britain Arc outfit in this place anyway. I was having second-hand embarrassment when Tsung Xiaoshi was trying to make Yan speak. But it's adorable that Yan just acts innocent and cute while he listens to Xia Fei talk like an idiot. Oh, maybe when Tsung Xiaoshi was trying to communicate in sign language, since Yan doesn't know it, he might have just thought that Xia Fei was just being silly. And when Xia Fei goes out of the room, he follows Xia Fei like a puppy tailing its master. Xia Fei has such an adorable bodyguard. And when Xia Fei looked angry, Yan seemed to have tried to make him calm down, like what Xiaoling was doing to Tsung Xiaoshi here. Maybe Yan was worried that it might get Xia Fei into trouble. And of course, I could never forget Yan's sorrow upon seeing Xia Fei fall down the stairs. He was already crying this much after seeing Xia Fei get hurt. Oh, Xia Fei, I know you're charming, but how the heck did you make Yan so attached to you? Oh. And I think it's not one-sided. Remember this scene when Xia Fei saw the fatso going upstairs and made him stop? I think what triggered him to do that is because he knows that Yan is upstairs. He must have been worried about Yan being in danger. Oh, I firmly believe that Xia Fei is very protective of Yan too. He might even see Yan as a brother, like how Vein is to him. Oh, I want more Xia Fei and Yan moments. Do you guys have any idea how many times I replayed this Vein and Xia Fei reunion? Actually, I lost count. Xia Fei is so adorable! Wow! Aw, only his Lao Ban can make him this happy! And Lao Pan is very happy to see him too. Notice that Vein is all smiles when he's in eye contact with his Felix whenever they meet up. It was the same in the Britain arc. I first thought that Xia Fei was on a ready-to-hug pose on this scene, but it was actually more like, what is this pose called? Cutesy pose? And what's with the What the heck was that? OMG, he's like a puppy that is overexcited upon seeing its owner. I can see him wagging his tail here. And notice that after they acknowledged each other's presence, they weren't taking their eyes off each other. They just remained smiling at each other for a few more seconds. It's as if no one else is around them. It's like they only see each other. They are in their own little world. And it's making Li Tianchen cringe. I know that Xia Fei's reaction is strange for someone who reunited with the person whom he thought was dead, but that is only assuming that this is their first reunion after Vein's death. Yeah, I think their actual first reunion is on a different time, sometime before this one. After all, Xia Fei has another Lao Pan reaction in a promo video.
Lao Pan?
That one seemed more surprised, unlike the recent one where he's all giddy.
Lao Pan?
Moreover, Xia Fei also had a line wherein he was angry at someone for talking about Vein even being fully aware that his boss is dead. I really think that it was Liu Xiao. I miss seeing Xia Fei angry at Liu Xiao. I know there's a possibility of Xia Fei saying the same to Shi Guang, but I don't want to think about it. Anyway, Vein and Xia Fei had been separated for quite some time, so they must have missed each other a lot. But now that they have already reunited, they are more attached than ever! And you know, this might not even be the first time Li Tianchen saw these two being so sweet like this. He might have already seen it for so many times already that he's so sick and tired of it. Although Vein and Li Tianchen appear to be working together on this scene, linkclick's creator had been hinting about them having little conflicts. Oh, I'm so excited to see them quarrel. One of the factors of their conflicts may have been their fierce personalities, but another factor that I see may be Liu Xiao. We know Li Tianchen is close to Liu Xiao, but maybe Liu Xiao has been spoiling Vein so much that it had annoyed Li Tianchen. And it seems that there's a scene of the three of them eating in some Chinese restaurant. I'm so excited for it. As for Xia Fei, since Li Tianchen didn't act surprised when Zhou Xiaoshi as Xia Fei blurted out his name, then it should be really safe to assume that Li Tianchen and Xia Fei already know each other during this time. Li Tianchen's relationship with Xia Fei is unclear, but I think he doesn't dislike Xia Fei at least. I'd like to believe that he actually gets along with Xia Fei, maybe because they don't like the idea of Vein and Liu Xiao being close. So I also want to believe that Li Tianchen wasn't protecting Xia Fei here simply because of Liu Xiao's orders. Please, I want some Xia Fei and Li Tianchen interaction too. I always knew that Xia Fei had the potential to be a fighter, so it made me so happy when he was finally showcasing his fighting skills. Whether he knew how to fight all along is unclear, but it should be safe to assume that he is used to being in danger. He's also used to violence. After all, it didn't even bother him when Vein was hinting about having someone killed soon. And have you also noticed how different his reactions had been compared to Zhou Xiaoshi's? One of their biggest differences is on the sight of a dying Jack. Zhou Xiaoshi almost vomited, while Xia Fei felt uneasy, but he quickly moved on. It's like, although he is not really comfortable with seeing some trash die, he is quite used to it. Then on this scene, Zheng Xiaoshu was afraid. It wasn't exactly his first time to fight against someone with a blade, but maybe it was his first time facing someone with a weapon that big. And is also outnumbered, while Xia Fei immediately took action the moment he realized the situation. It looks like Zheng Xiaoshu and Lu Guang didn't need to worry about Xia Fei at all. He could handle himself. Xia Fei was so strong and fearless. He was even confident about defeating the Fatso, who must have had incredible skills for being able to jump from that high. And Xia Fei wasn't simply evading, but he can fight back. Some fans speculate that it was Vein who trained him. Oh, I love the idea, but it makes me worried about what else he had been teaching the puppy. Anyway, Xia Fei is really very awesome in this mode, but it's quite funny that this cool dude can suddenly switch into an adorable puppy the moment he sees his master. I wonder how Vein and Tianchen found this hideout. Oh, maybe because Vein has his ways and resources. He was the one who managed to find Wang Qing after all. After confirming that Zheng Xiaoshu was asleep, Xiaoling seized that opportunity to talk with Lu Guang in private. Does this mean that the duo had been together so often that she only managed to talk with Lu Guang alone only now? Wow. Anyway, she finally confronted Lu Guang about the visions. She is aware that they were Lu Guang's memories, and she wants him to tell her what he has been hiding. She must have known that it is something difficult for Lu Guang to tell Zheng Xiaoshu, so she had tried to keep it between her and Lu Guang. Well, because of Xiaoling's question, Lu Guang found out that Xiaoling now has Li Tianxi's ability. But it still doesn't fully explain why that topic made Lu Guang cry though. Or maybe, since Li Tianxi can access memories, the word memory reminded him of the saddest memories in his life. Another trigger of such memories seems to be when Zheng Xiaoshu confronted him. It appears that something similar had happened in the original timeline, but Zheng Xiaoshu was angrier back then. It's unclear who Zheng Xiaoshu was talking to, but if one of them is Lu Guang, it doesn't make sense. Lu Guang of all people not to believe him? Anyway, on the present time, Zheng Xiaoshu was more of upset instead of angry at Lu Guang when he accused Lu Guang directly about hiding something. I feel bad for liking the sight of Zheng Xiaoshu being angry on this one. He's so handsome. Anyway, as we already know since the earlier seasons, Zheng Xiaoshu hates it when important information, especially those that are relevant to him, are being kept from him. Maybe he could have also gotten angrier on this scene. None of Xiaoling's words managed to make him calm down. But on the moment he noticed Lu Guang breaking down, he quickly gave in. I would have done the same. And on this scene, it looked like he doesn't know what to do. Could this be his first time seeing Lu Guang cry? Well, as Xiaoling answered the door, Zheng Xiaoshu just stood there and continued to look at Lu Guang, full of concern. This reminds me of this scene from the opening theme. He might also try to comfort Lu Guang later. So, as they had promised back in the Britain arc, Xia Fei finally visits Shi Guang at the Time Photo Studio. And maybe it wasn't just a visit. Since there's a suitcase with him, Xia Fei might even be staying over. Oh, I wish that were the case. But wait, where would Xia Fei be sleeping? If not the sofa, then he might be getting the top bunk, then the duo will be at the lower bunk. OMG, then this scene might really be the same bed. Anyway, the timing of Xia Fei's arrival was a little strange though. His disappearance had been on the news, so how will he be explaining his situation to Shi Guang? Would he admit that he's on hiding? Or will he say that the news is no longer valid since he was rescued or something? I can't wait for his explanation next episode. By the way, this scene implies that Xia Fei also dropped by at the studio in the original timeline. So this confirms that Shi Guang were also friends with Xia Fei even back then. But what's strange is that this is one of Lu Guang's flashbacks that showed up along with the other tragedies. Wait, Could Xia Fei also have died back then? Oh my god, Lu Guang, you had that many loved ones dying on you in the original timeline? Oh my poor baby. Is that why Xia Fei's disappearance made you so stressed out? Then wait, if Xia Fei got affected when Shi Guang tried to change the past back then, that will explain the punishment that Vein was talking about. Oh my. And there was a woman who I thought was Xiaoling but didn't sound like her. Well, she was asking Lu Guang if they did something wrong. Oh, what could have gone wrong back then to have made the original Zheng Xiaoshi this angry and Lu Guang this traumatized? The bad memories from the original timeline had been triggering Lu Guang's tears so quickly. Oh, I hope Xia Fei's presence in the photo studio will lighten the mood somehow. I can't wait for how Xiaoling is going to interact with the host. And I know that there's a possibility that Xia Fei is spying on Shi Guang again, and it's most likely even under Vein's orders this time. Maybe Vein told Xia Fei that it was Wang Qing who had hurt him, and Shi Guang knows about Wang Qing, so Xia Fei might have been tasked to investigate about her through the duo. Well, whatever Xia Fei's true purpose is, I would like to believe that he still genuinely loves his baby brothers. Jay finally showed up in this episode, and we should see more of him on the next one since his name is in the episode's title. So, he was investigating the Mianlao case and would later reveal to Captain Xiao that he is looking for Vein, huh? But if Jay arrived in Mianlao the morning after the slaughtering happened, then this scene in his character video doesn't make sense. Li Tianchen and Yan didn't have their tattoos during the Mianlao incident, so the timing of this one is strange. Unless after the Mianlao incident, Jay went back to Britain, and after he was given the mission from the agency, that's the time he went to Quito. And this must be the scene of when Vein, Li Tianchen, and I think this is Yan because of the height, arrive in China. OMG, the Vein licking is coming! Did he do that because of a tasty meal or a tasty corpse? And we hear Liu Xiao and Li Tianchen talking, and Li Tianchen was telling Liu Xiao not to worry since he is around. I wonder if that was about Xia Fei or about keeping Vein behaved at the airport. And this scene seems to be outside the photo studio. Lu Guang seems to be behind Vein. But who is Vein talking to? Could the one holding Teng Weimin's notebook be Zheng Xiaoshi or Wang Qing? Maybe Wang Qing has helped Lu Guang escape from Vein back then. And what is this scene back in Britain? So it wasn't Zheng Xiaoshi whom Vein shot with the tranquilizer back then? Wow, so many differences from the original timeline. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you again on the next episode. Take care!
老板，老板，老板。